So it's Wednesday, September 30th, and I just had an amazing day. I shouldn't have gone shopping, but I haven't been shopping out of town for a week, and I've worked night shifts and then as a nurse, and then I have 2 night shifts coming up. And as those of you know who have been following me lately, I'm retiring from being a nurse, and so I only have 4 more night shifts, and mentally I just kind of want to get through it. I gave a 5-week notice to my employer, and they are very grateful, and I think it's the right thing to do because you just don't ever know. I've talked about it before. I have no intention of ever going back to nursing. Reselling is what I'm actually really, really good at, and I just have a passion for it, and it gives me the family time that I like. But I'm also not, I'm 51 years old, and I've learned my lesson about ever saying, you know, I'll never do that or I'll never do that. I don't like to say that because my life story is very complicated, and you know, you can look back on YouTube and kind of look into that if you're interested. But I have had to go back to nursing one time in my life when I thought I never would, and so I'm never going to say I won't. Nursing wages keep going up and up and up and up, and there's a bigger and bigger shortage, and so there may be a time when I at least just can't say no to working a couple days a week. I mean, it might be so much money in the future, and you know, if we retire, my husband's a little bit older than I am, so in the future, if we ever retire and I can just wake up in the morning and go to work at a place that you know, is kind of an easier nursing job, then again, you know, you just never know what I might decide. So anyway, the long story short, I didn't want to burn my bridges. I wanted to really help them. We're still not through the coronavirus on, you know, any nursing home, and so it's not that I'm important, believe me. If they had other nurses, they wouldn't even be thinking twice, but there just isn't anybody else. So I you know, really feel guilty about leaving at all. So I gave them a 5-week notice and plenty of warning. But that's coming up in what, 5 or 6 days. I'll be done, or maybe it's 7 days. I work 2, have 3 days off work 2, I guess it is. But anyway, so I should have been listing today because I have the most amazing stuff sitting at home. But I am, like I've talked about, planning ahead for the winter with the snow that's coming, and you know, just road closures. I estimate I have about 1,000 items on hand to list. I'm honestly not sure now that I straightened up and did all that cleanup if it's even that many. It might only be 500. I do have a lot of little things. I have a lot of those little plastic German animals, you know, and they're worth like $15 a piece. They're Schleichen or something like that. So if you count that bag, and some of them I am going to do separately because like one mountain goat will sell for $30. And so if you count all the little tiny things like that and all the boxes of remote controls and things, that's why I was estimating that I had about 1,000 items, but I restacked it. I didn't really count it, and I made priorities on what needed listed. And I honestly, even with all the shopping I've been doing, I have been keeping up with listing every single week until really this week. So today, to get back to the topic here, I got up at 5 a.m. I just woke up on my own, and I had a little bit of, you know, personal time, and I did my dishes, and I did 6 orders. I had 5 eBay and 1 Poshmark. I've been selling a lot of like business dress shoes. Like for men, I sold 2 pair of Allen Edmond shoes to 2 different people in like the last, you know, 25 hours or something. And so I don't know if people are just going back into business or if for whatever reason some formal events are coming up. But anyway, I'm selling shoes right now, or these dress shoes right now. And then everything else I sold was just clothing. I didn't sell any filters or hard goods or anything like that. But then I just, I'd worked really hard yesterday. I edited, I sent offers to likers on Poshmark for hours because, you know, I get lots of likers on my stuff, and I'm just not systematically being consistent at sending out those offers to likers. And when I do, it's sometimes instant, like people take it, and I'm not even giving them always the 30% off. Sometimes I do if it's something I've had a long time. But anyway, so I did that like for 12 hours yesterday, just editing, cleaning. I cooked, I made enchiladas, I did all that stuff. And so I was just ready for a day out before I have 2 more night shifts tomorrow. But today was amazing, guys. I was to Cheyenne, Wyoming by 10 a.m. and I went to the first Goodwill, and I didn't get out of there till 1 in the afternoon. And a lot of it was I was just looking stuff up. I was just standing in, there's just baskets everywhere. There are actually people in there who have special needs and are working for them. So I'd have to be very, very, very careful, but not to film them, because that's why Goodwill is so hung up on not filming in the Goodwill. But I'm going to have to just, wait until I know no one's around and then just film the baskets that they bring out. And so let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 baskets in one section, and then there's 5 baskets in another section, like, shopping carts full of stuff. And then they have like singles just all over the store, wherever they can park them. And like while you're shopping in one basket, they're coming to get that basket to go put it away. And so especially during the day, they just truck it out. It makes me just wonder what in the world I'm missing, and not FOMO, but just from a realistic point of view. I mean, how many millions of pounds of stuff do they have in the back? So at the first Goodwill, I spent $65, and I'm trying to even think to tell you what I bought. The biggest thing I think I bought was, or the thing worth the most, I spent $8 on this Jemmy Santa. It's an animated Santa, and he has snowflakes hanging from his arm. And I didn't bring batteries. I need to start carrying a battery thing of the different size batteries to test this stuff. But it was $8, and it was worth the risk, because if it even works at all, it's going for like over $100 easily on eBay. So that was a good find, and just tons of good finds. I know what else I found. I found a Boeing black coat. It's not leather, but it's some kind of like bomber jacket looking thing, but it says Boeing, and it has all the tags still on it. And I paid just the normal jacket price. Like, they didn't have any special markup price on it. And I looked it up, and I didn't find my exact style of one. I just didn't want to spend that much time, because I saw prices of over $50 to $80, and I don't know which one mine is, but I don't care, for $5 or $6. And they had really good comps as far as flipping fast. So those are just the 2 things that really hit my mind. I had a whole cart full of stuff that I bought for $65. As picky as I am being now with my sourcing, because I'm trying to really get up there in the $50 and $100 range on almost everything I buy as often as possible. So for me to spend $65, that's actually a lot of money, because my Goodwills just don't tend to charge that much, and I'm looking for those hidden gems. So anyway, then I ran to the Come and Go, which is kind of a gas station that we have around here. And after 3 hours in there, man, I was really thirsty, and my water that had been in the car was really hot. So I ran in there, and I got, I got some Rice Krispie treat things, because I didn't prepare as much as I wanted to, food-wise, today. And then I got a Diet Coke, and then I went to the second Goodwill. And, actually, I went to King Soopers first, and I did so good on groceries there. I used a few coupons. I, found some really good deals and all that. But, anyway, then I went to the second Goodwill, and man, I was just kind of expecting to kind of go in and I had already spent $65, and I was very happy with what I found. I wasn't looking to, unless it was amazing, I wasn't going to buy it. And then I just found another cartload, literally, of is it Fontanini? It's my first one. I've never found like a nativity you know, by Fontanini, I think it is. It's in the greenish box. And anyway, this was like a starter set, so it just has the nativity wood part and then three of the starter figures. But even those are going for $55 used, and it's not even near Christmas yet. And I paid $5 for that. The box is in very poor shape, so you know, I'll be happy if I get 40 or 50 depending on, you know, when I ship it. And it's not even that breakable. The figures are in one little box, and I will rewrap them in bubble wrap, and then the wood part isn't that fragile or anything. And then just to give you an example, I found this thing, the iRulu X Pro. So this was in the dishes. This was like, you know, where they have all the ceramics and vases and all this stuff. And I gotta slow down here, guys, just a sec. There's like a ambulance and a semi, and it looks like there might have been a car accident. Boy, oh boy, looks like they're okay. There's already an ambulance there. Otherwise, I would have had to stop. As a nurse, you know, I'm not gonna just drive by that. I'm not really an emergency room nurse, but you know, if you're the first one on the scene, you gotta do what you can. So thankfully, that's all taken care of. And there's like 3 police cars there already. But anyway, so I'm in the dish section, and I spent 2 hours in about 4 aisles in this second Goodwill, because I've just been watching too many Bolo videos, and there are so many like little Halloween tchotchke things and Christmas things that are just worth so much money right now. And I don't know if people are just, you know, like anxious to have their life back, and I know I'm feeling that way. Maybe it's just a personal thing because I'm kind of leaving my nursing career, and I'm seeing how much free time I have now, and I don't know if it's that, if I'm just kind of nesting, even though I'm 51 years old, and I'm certainly not nesting for any other reason. But I just feel like I just want my house to be nice, and I want big Christmas trees this year. And I don't know if anyone else is feeling that way, but I'm just noticing the prices on eBay for like these little stocking holders and all this stuff is really high. So I stood there and looked up stuff that, you know, it just looked like tchotchke Walmart stuff, but it actually would pan out. So anyway, this tablet was in a box under the kitchen stuff, and I pulled it out, and I'm thinking it's a tablet case or something, and it had a little yellow sticky note that said "this is new" on it, and I thought, okay. So I opened it up because it's an iRulu, and I knew it was an electronic like thing, but I've never heard of that brand. Long story short, on eBay, they're on there. A lot of people have them, and if I wanted to sell that, even if it had been turned on or refurbished or something, I could sell it for $60 right now, as long as it turns on and works. But I need a tablet. I made the mistake of buying a Kindle tablet, and that's great for every single thing you would ever need to do except selling on eBay. So if you're a big eBay seller, do not buy a Kindle tablet. At least at the time, the one I bought, it doesn't matter what workaround that I could figure out, I could never ever download the eBay app. And then even if I went to the Chrome browser or whatever browser they allow, I couldn't get, you know, my pictures to upload from my tablet into my eBay listings, and that's what I had wanted a tablet for. I do, you know, make some YouTube videos, and it clogs up my phone, so that was part of it. But really the main reason was so I could just take, you know, nicer, brighter photos on eBay and then load them up into the app. And I guess I should have known that, but I never had any clue that you know, Amazon hated eBay that much that they would restrict, you know, kind of downloading the eBay app on the tablet. So hopefully maybe they've had enough complaints. That was like 2 years ago. So anyway, I really need a tablet. I've been wanting to buy a new iPad, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But anyway, guys, this video is going on 14 minutes, so I'm going to do an actual haul. I might even film that tonight after I unload. I just can't even tell you. I found plush that's worth like $30. I found an old Pink Panther from, I want to say, the 80s, and he's bendable and posable, and he should go for $30 easily. And I mean, I can't remember what I bought. I was just finding so much cool stuff. But everybody have a good day. I'm gonna eat my sushi that I bought from King Soopers. what did oh yeah, I just got a bagel this morning for breakfast from Bagel Makers, and I don't know if everybody has Bagel Makers, but it is a chain, I know. But anyway, they have really good breakfast like bagels, and for some weird reason with my braces I can chew bagels better than I can toast. I don't know why. Who knows? But anyway, so that was really good. I don't get those in town where I live very much, so I got one of those. And then I just had the Rice Krispie treats kind of for lunch, and I wasn't hungry after that, and I was busy, but now I'm really, really hungry. And so when I got my groceries, I just put sushi in the cooler, and so I'm gonna eat sushi. And King Soopers actually has a decent sushi. I mean, it's not like going to a restaurant, but it's actually very good, and they have good poke bowls and all of that. So I'm gonna sign off, guys, but pray for several things. If you're a praying person, we have this huge 100,000 acre fire up where I'm going, and I'm driving into it now. I'm not driving into the fire area as such because those roads are blocked off. That is normally the road I would have taken to go shopping, but the smoke is just unbelievable. It's, you know, the sky is orange. I'm not joking. And so I've been wearing my mask. In fact, I'm gonna have to put it back on just in the car. In Cheyenne, it's a little better heading more east out of it, but as soon as now I'm coming into Laramie headed west on I-80, and I'm gonna have to wear my mask all the way through Laramie and probably all the way home just to protect myself from breathing that in. I had a sore throat, a horrible sore throat for about 4 weeks, and I kept getting tested for COVID just because I work at a nursing home, and it's very, you know, it's just very scary. I got tested for strep, I got tested for all these things, why I had this sore throat, and I am just ultra sensitive to the fires. And there have been fires kind of in our area between Colorado and Wyoming and where I travel to shop for going on like seriously like 5 weeks. And so I thought we were done, you know, and then here they come, and this is the biggest one yet, and it's really, really close to us. We're not in any danger of evacuation or anything. I think we're like 40 miles away, at least not yet. But the air quality is just unbelievable. So if you're a praying person, I wouldn't mind if you would. People have lost their homes too, guys, out here in Wyoming. They've lost, I think it's like 40 structures that are lost, and people are just displaced, you know, and I just can't imagine. In California too. But anyway, guys, have a good day, and I will let you go. Bye-bye.